For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off your order. Yo, what's up guys, Venom Fire here, back from the video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys what I think is the best blitz in Madden 21. Now, the type of blitz we're going to be running today is going to be a Disengage blitz. Now, Disengage blitzes are probably the best style of blitz in the game this year, in my opinion. They're just very difficult to stop on offense. You block your running back, and there's, two defenders coming free. One of them will still shoot free. It's just very difficult to beat. You have 8 people in coverage behind it, but we're going to be going over the full setup later in the video. Before we hop into it, though, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new. We are now on the road to 11,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for 10K subscribers. But yeah, let's just go ahead, hop straight into the blitz. Now, the playbook that we are going to be in on defense, I'm actually in the 4-6 playbook, but really you could be in any playbook that has the 3-4 bear formation. So some of the most popular ones are Giants, Dolphins, a couple of others, but we are in 4-6. I like 4-6 a lot because you have 3-3-5, you have dollar, you have big nickel, you have overall just a ton of great formations. So we're going to be in that today. Again, the formation we are running is 3-4 bear, and one thing you want with this defense is you want a fast player right here. He is the main disengager, but really this player right here with Griffin is going to be disengaging. Sometimes Crawford will disengage, but again, the main guy of the show is going to be DeMarcus Lawrence today. And again, 3-4 bear, you can actually get a safety right here, which is definitely nice to have. But yeah, let's just go ahead, come out in the play, and hop into our setup. The play we're running today is going to be out of cover 3. It gives you the best style of coverage behind it, and it's only rushing 3 people, which is the number of people you would be rushing anyways. And yeah, with that being said, let's hop onto the field. Alright guys, coming out on the field, you see, we got to look at our defense. We got the 3 people rushing, we got 3 zones in the middle of the field, and then we have our 2 purples coming from that linebacker position. So with the setup, what you want to do is you're going to actually pinch your entire defense. Now the way you do that is you press that RB/R1 button, and then you go ahead, push that left stick down. What that does is it'll press your corners, it'll pinch your D-line, and it will pinch your linebackers. Now, this is a key step. You can't just go ahead and pinch your D-line. You have to pinch the entire team. I've labbed this a lot, and again, the best success is to pinch your entire defense. So we did that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and slant your defensive line inside. The way you do that is you press that D-pad to the left side, and then you push the right stick down. The next thing you will do is you're going to contain your defense. It's a contain disengage type of a blitz, and yeah, you just slant inside and contain. That is basically the best way to get it, and really the only way to get the disengages. Hopping into our other adjustments, there's another thing you're going to have to do that I've gotten better success doing, and it's going to be spying that player on the right hand side. So what you're going to do is double tap, in this case your D-pad to the right, to get your linebacker adjustments, and then you can press that B button, push that right stick to the left hand side. Now you notice when you do that, you don't have a flat zone on that right hand side. So again, this isn't a step you have to do, but these are just steps that I do. And again, it's all personal preference as far as the secondary goes. You could really do whatever you want with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a Xavier Woods on that curl flat just to get it back to a stock cover 3. And usually I like to use this player with Joe Thomas, but again, you got a 3-rec here. 3-recs, very good zones, so I usually like to leave those alone. With that being said, we will have them go ahead and snap the football, and boom, look at that. We got DeMarcus Lawrence and Tyrone Crawford, in this case, shooting free in over maybe 2 seconds. I'll go ahead, hop into the instant replay, show you guys how everything works, how these players get their disengage. Now again, obviously we don't really know how it works, how they disengage, but just taking a look at it, you will see them engage, and then boom, they all get that same exact animation where they shove him to the right side. And again, look at that. Obviously, certain players will shoot free at certain times. It won't always be Tyrone Crawford coming free. As you'll see later in the video, it will be different players. But you see this is very quickly. Really, no route is developed besides maybe a check down that you can actually throw. And you see it if you have fast defensive linemen. Again, this helps. Tyrone Crawford, he's not exactly the fastest guy. He is decent speed. But you see, just watching this in real time, it's going to be instant, and obviously only 3 people rushing gives you a lot of potential for coverage in the back end. And although sometimes one of the players will get stuck, you notice Everson Griffin, he did get that block shed, but he ended up getting stuck. He didn't necessarily get picked up by the linemen, but just their bodies, just their objects there, ended up stopping his force. But again, it doesn't matter. You have 3 people. Again, I will hop into the setup. You're going to pinch your defense. You're going to go ahead, slant your defensive line inside. You're going to contain, and then you're going to put B on a spy. Again, the extra step I do is I throw that A safety in a curl flat. But again, I'll go over a couple of other setups or ways to manipulate this defense on the back end so that you don't just have to slot cover 3. But again, we will have them go ahead and hike the football here, and boom, this time it's DeMarcus Lawrence and Everson Griffin. Again, it's different results pretty much every time, but the one constant is usually that DeMarcus Lawrence is the one coming free. Again, I'll show you guys the replay just because it's a little bit different. But again, you see that same exact animation where they push those linemen to the right side. And then you see, again, it all depends. Now, this time, it looked like Tyrone Crawford actually did get picked up. But you see still sort of disengaging. So he gets picked up, but he disengages very quickly. And then he actually ends up getting double teamed. But as far as Everson Griffin, you see Everson Griffin, he disengages very quickly. Take a look at DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to disengage. That tackle's doing nothing. And again, it's still a very, very quick result. The same thing with the throw out of sack. This is going to force a lot of picks, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fumbles. With that being said, I'll hop into the blitz just one more time, and then I will go over a different style of defensive shell. So I'll probably switch it to a little cover 2. Just get a little bit of a riskier type defense. Again, stock cover 3 is pretty safe, but you can sort of turn this into a very good style of defense with the 8 men in the coverage. So again, I'll set it up. You're going to pinch your defense. You're going to slant your D-line inside. You're going to contain. And then you're going to put that player on a spy, put A in a curl flat. Now again, one thing I will say is this is not guaranteed to work every single time, although you've seen it work every time right now in practice mode. Online, just some weird stuff happens. I will say it works probably 4 out of 5 times, but again, sometimes it won't work. Again, it's really a random type of blitz. Again, although it works most of the time. But you'll see we will go ahead, snap the ball again, and this time it actually didn't work. We still did get the engage, but again, like I said, it's not guaranteed to work every single time. So I'll just set it up again very quickly here, and then you will move on to our backside adjustments. So again, you see it's a very quick and easy way to set up the blitz. There we go. We got the engage animation. Like I said, even if they block their running back, you have 2 people coming free. Running back can't block 2 people. So with that being said, let's hop into a different style, probably my favorite style of defense, and it's going to be, again, you're going to set up the blitz the exact same way with pinching your defense, slanting inside, containing, and then you have to have that player in a spy, but we're going to do a little bit of a different adjustments on the back end. What we're going to do is I like to put B in a little cloud flat, put A in an actual deep half, and then again, usually what I will do is put A in a little curl flat here. So it's going to look like this. Again, this is a different style of defense, but it is a little riskier. I feel like it plays a little bit better. Again, in the end, it all comes down to personal preference. There you see we didn't actually get the engage. Again, I said it doesn't work every single time, but it is pretty reliable. Now again, although it is inconsistent, it is only rushing 3 people, so you really can't expect it to come free every single time. Again, going with that backside adjustment type of a play. Here's a look at the player I personally think works the absolute best. Again, you're going to put A in deep half, put B in a little cloud flat. Again, with A, I usually like to leave him. And again, you could either use her Gifford or Joe Thomas right there. Usually I would use him, maybe go underneath or defend the corner out or whatever. But again, you see, even changing up the back end adjustments, we get perfect coverage as well as that perfect sack animation. So again, don't be fooled by the play. You can really run this out of any setup, but again, cover 3 I think is the best. Really, we're turning it into a little cover 3 cloud when we do this, but again, the constant is the same, the 3-man blitzing and the instant disengage blitz. So again, I'll just show it a couple more times, and obviously you can do different back-end adjustments than these ones. I'm just giving you guys a couple of base zone setups. Now obviously you can run this sort of out of a man shell, just man up a couple of players. So I'll sort of show you guys what that looks like. Again, I'll set up the blitz, and then maybe I just man up these 2 players. Maybe I go crazy like this or whatever. But really you could do whatever you want. This is just a solid little man coverage setup in this instance. And again, you see, boom, you get the pressure. And although Everson Griffin will slow down a little bit, you see D-Laws there to sort of make up for it. Again, I'll show that one more time. Pinch your defense, slant inside, contain. And then we can even man up everybody if we want. You can do anything you want on the back end. Maybe I go with something like this, or where I put B in a spot and I throw him in a curl flat, and then I can actually use her up top. Maybe I shade underneath, whatever. But again, you see, you don't really have to have perfect adjustments on the back end when you're getting that instant pressure. And again, this time actually all 3 people shot free. You see the coverage pretty perfect in the back end. And again, as long as you can defend all their quick reads, which is why I like to usually play underneath, because people will snap throw flats or drags or in routes or table routes or whatever. That's why I usually would shade underneath in that case, because you got the players manned up. Really, that tight end is going to be your responsibility with the user, but you can end up using anybody that you want. But yeah, with that being said, I think I'm going to end it there. If you guys enjoyed this video, want more blitzes, want more defensive videos, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and peace. I'm out of here.